Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Welcome to Divine Conversations and welcome to your general energy reading for July of 2022. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. Please keep in mind, Libra, that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't, as everything is not going to resonate for everyone. We could end up talking to a cross-watcher, yeah? Place this in your life as it fits. Do not try and force anything that does not fit naturally. Also keep in mind, Libra, that even though this reading is associated with the month of July, it does not absolutely have to resonate for you during that month. The association with the month of July is really just for organizational purposes. Yes, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you are guided to watch this reading and it resonates, then that is the message for you in that moment. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined and you haven't done so already. All right, Libra, let's get into this. What's going on for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node? What messages do we have for Libra at this time, please? Spirit, what's going on for Libra? First card is the Chariot. Moving forward, fast pace. Okay, what's going on here? That's enough right there. All right, we have the Chariot with the Three of Cups and the Five of Cups. Well, that's interesting. Overall energy, whoa. Ooh, Libra. Overall energy is the Ten of Swords. What is going on, honey? All right, let's talk about this. Regardless as to whatever this situation is, or we could say has been, you are moving forward. There is a level of determination here. I just wanted to say Virgo. Okay, some of you might be Libra, Virgo cuspers. Some of you might have Virgo as a placement elsewhere in your chart. You might want to watch the Virgo reading for this round. Wait, let me look. Let me look back on my notes here. What is the Virgo situation? Oh, actually, as of the moment that I'm recording your reading, Libra, I have not done the Virgo reading yet. Okay, but by the time you see this, I will have done the Virgo reading and it will be up around the same time, so you might want to watch the Virgo reading. Okay, but regardless as to whatever has happened here, Libra, you are determined to move forward. There's a determination to move forward. There's also an energy of whatever seems to have failed here, some sort of association, some sort of community association. This might have been a business endeavor, but what I'm getting is it might have been more of a creative project or a creative endeavor that may have led towards a certain business opportunity or something like that. There is some sort of social association. There are other people that were involved in this situation. Regardless as to whatever it is specifically, I feel like it has helped you to transform for the better. This might seem weird or backwards, but the loss, Five of Cups here, whatever it is you need to be mourning or whatever it is you are mourning about, some sort of group association, it has helped to reshape you. It has helped you ultimately, maybe in a backhanded or an inadvertent way, it has gotten you into greater alignment with yourself. In some cases, you could say it has helped you to understand from a greater point of view or a much clearer point of view. It's helping you understand more of what it is you actually want, more of what it is you actually want to move forward towards. I'm going to use this as an example. This may not exactly be what's going on for you in this situation, but take it as it resonates. Either this is literal or it's figurative, but this feels like you were influenced by either another person or a group of people. For this scenario, it feels like one person started it for you, and then you met other people that were associated with or involved with this situation or circumstance, and that led you to believe that you might be the right thing for this, or this might be the right thing for you. So basically, you were led by an association here some sort of Three of Cups energy. Okay, you were led into a situation or circumstance by that association, by feeling like you were meant to be part of this group or part of this reality or part of this situation. Turns out that really wasn't the case, because as it ended up, the Three of Cups is spilled out here. What once was a positive association, what once seemed to be, or maybe even once was a positive, oh shit, what was the word? I had a word, now it's gone, it's lost me, but it's not anymore. Something happened. You have the Ten of Swords is your overall energy here. This may have turned into a disaster, or you may be looking at it in hindsight being like, what the fuck was I thinking? That was just a complete and total disaster. It has ended up being a disaster for you. But what I want to say, Libra, is don't look at it that way, because you never would have known if you didn't try. Some of you are sitting here like, but I did know, or there were signs and there were red flags that I just completely ignored. Don't even do that. I mean, yes, okay, learn from your mistakes, pay attention to the red flags, but ultimately the message here, Libra, is that you never would have known if you hadn't tried. And that's another part of why you are in this Chariot energy now. Because this situation, even though as it looks right now, it was a shit show, or it was a complete disaster, or it didn't go well, I do feel like you're standing on your own at this point. I do feel like either you are not associated with these people any longer, or at least you're trying to separate from them. Regardless as to what has happened specifically in this situation for you, it has helped you get into greater alignment. So it's not even one of those situations where it's like, damn, well, it is what it is, lesson learned, and it really wasn't even that big of a lesson anyway. No, this was a big lesson. This was a big thing for you. This might have been a situation that has completely changed the course of your life for the better, it seems. Or feels. It feels like this is for the better. I almost feel like to a small degree, Libra, I feel like this is a situation that technically needed to happen. This feels like it was a pretty big thing for you. And it may, on the surface and from an egoic point of view, it may feel like this was a disaster, but it's not. Because it's changing your frame of mind. It's changing your way of thinking. It's helping you reshape yourself into a better version of you. It's helping you get into greater alignment here. The Chariot. It may even be helping you, or has helped you, put greater definition on what it is you actually want in your life. This might have been a situation that you were led into, Libra, because you weren't exactly sure or clear on what it is you wanted in life. But now, as you have gone through this situation and come out on another side of it, now you are, if you don't fully have the definition yet, you are capable of further defining or coming up with or figuring out what it is that you want, and going forward towards it, taking the action steps forward towards it. The Chariot is movement. Okay, the Chariot is great alignment within yourself. Okay? Yeah. Okay, Libra. Let's start clarifying some things. I definitely want to start clarifying here. Yeah. I want to see what this association is first. Let's talk about the Three of Cups first. And then we'll see what happened, why it's resulted in loss, regret, maybe even a little bit of resentment somehow. All right. One last shuffle for you, Libra, and then we're going to clarify. We're going to start with the Three of Cups here. All right. So clarify the Three of Cups, please, Spirit. What is this Three of Cups for Libra? The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, all right. This has been a cycle. Clarify the Three of Cups. One more card. One more card. Clarify the Three of Cups for Libra, please. And the Nine of Wands. Overall energy is the Lovers. Okay. Overall energy is the Lovers. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, and the Nine of Wands. This has been a cycle. This feels like a cycle of someone allowing themselves to be influenced by others around them without really thinking it through for themselves, or without really being able to come up with an opinion for themselves. This feels like also for some of you, this feels like it was a last ditch effort. This was like a last try. Well, let me just try this one more time. I have these people here, or this person, or this group. It feels really cool. It feels really great. We could probably really do some really awesome things together. Let's just try. I feel like you were saying to yourself, let's just try it one more time. Okay. But ultimately, Libra, you ended up in a place where you had to make a decision of what is best for you. The Lovers is at the bottom of the deck. And I feel like that decision hinges on you deciding whether or not you actually want to be associated with this anymore. Also, the Lovers here, this was ultimately the whole lesson of this this association, of this situation. The Lovers here is the lesson. The Lovers energy, which is technically about a choice, ultimately a choice of what's best for you, regardless as to what other people say. The Lovers was like the main theme of this association and or situationship. You needed to go through this situation or this circumstance or this karmic cycle, the Wheel of Fortune, in order for you to learn how to, or what it means to make a decision for yourself, regardless as to what other people have to say or what other people feel or think about it. There was some sort of manipulation here, I want to say, with the Magician here. Granted, I do feel like, Libra, this situation was trying to teach you to get into the Magician's place, to manifest what it is what you want for yourself. But also, the Magician here represents someone who was kind of manipulating you, or manipulating the situation to get what they wanted. But what I'm seeing in this, Libra, is that this Magician's figure that probably showed up for you in this situation in the form of another person can be seen as this person can be seen as a way shower, I just heard, to show you how to get into that magician mode. I'm not going to sit here and say that this person was malicious, but this person was absolutely pulling the strings or working their manifestation magic to get something off the ground, or to reach some sort of goal that you ended up being a part of. But you ended up being a part of it because you were lacking in the resolve to really think for yourself and say, is this right for me or is this not? I feel like you were coerced into this somehow. But all of this was set up to get you to, I just heard, to get you to believe in yourself, but also to get you to be in this manifestation space for yourself here. Okay? Interesting. All right. Next, what I want to see here, let's clarify the Five of Cups. Clarify the Five of Cups for Libra, please, Spirit. So what happened in this situation? King of Pentacles. What happened in this situation, Spirit, for Libra? Why did we end up in loss here? Result in loss or mourning. Eight of Swords. And the Ace of Swords. Anything else for this Five of Cups? Yeah. One more card here. Three of Pentacles. Overall energy. Overall energy is the Three of Swords. Okay. So yes, this situation ended in heartbreak in some way. I feel like the heartbreak that this situation ended up in ultimately boils down to this turned out to not be what you thought it would be. King of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords, Three of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is giving me some sort of financial, I'm hearing financial freedom. However this situation turned out for you, Libra, it resulted in a lot of loss. Maybe financial loss. You lost money. You lost a level of stability. Maybe. But what I want to say here is that however this situation turned out, however this situation turned out in terms of the loss that you experienced here, or whatever it is you needed to mourn or grieve the loss of, it showed you what you needed to do, it showed you what you needed to do to become more financially independent. Somehow. Okay, you have the King of Pentacles here, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. All right, so the King of Pentacles in this situation, Libra, doesn't necessarily, I just wanted to call you Virgo again. The King of you might also be, did I say you might be a Libra, Virgo, cusper? Anyway, the King of Pentacles doesn't feel like a person. It feels like an energetic vibration. It feels like a state of being. You want to be financially stable. Either maybe you thought you were more financially stable than you actually were at the time, or this is resulting in you realizing that you want to be more financially stable, more financially independent. And this situation helped you realize with the Eight of Swords to the Ace of Swords just how restricted you are, may be, or have been. And that is influencing you to start to work on your finances or some sort of financial freedom. Three of Pentacles. So, while you may have ended up losing in this situation, this is exactly how you are ultimately gaining in the long run. Because like I said, either you realize that you're not as financially independent as you thought you were, or you're realizing how financially independent you want and or need to be. You are realizing, ultimately, you have realized through the loss that you've experienced in this situation, you have realized just how limited you have been, Eight of Swords. But that limiting is mostly an effect of your own thoughts and or beliefs and maybe your own actions. But ultimately, this situation has shown you what you need to see, or has given you the epiphany, the aha moment, Ace of Swords, to break you out of this Eight of Swords energy, this restriction, maybe even a mental prison of sorts, and has shown you what it is you can do, or at least gotten you into the energetic space of doing what you can to rebuild, to work on yourself. Three of Pentacles represents self-mastery, also represents building of a business, building of finances, building of a situation, maybe even building of a house, I don't know. Three of Pentacles also represents teamwork. But I'm reading in this situation for you, Libra, I'm reading this Three of Pentacles as self-mastery, working on yourself. I'm not getting, okay, in terms of teamwork for this group, right? Oh, geez. Because now something else is coming through here. You may have been, the King of Pentacles in this situation could also represent a level of commitment that you made. You were committed to this situation. You were committed to seeing it through. This situation could have taught you a lesson in teamwork, because what you may have realized here is you were committed to this situation, King of Pentacles, but you were also restricted somehow. And you couldn't quite see it in the beginning. You didn't understand why you were feeling so restricted, or why your efforts weren't really getting you anywhere or being recognized or being accepted by the group or something like that. Ultimately, you learned, Ace of Swords, that this wasn't an actual team effort. You learned something about the way that the group was working together that was keeping you restricted, keeping you from keeping this from working out. That could be a side situation, realization here, but really what Spirit is saying is this is mostly about being financially solvent, I want to say. Or just being independent, well-grounded, well-established, and how to get there. How it is you can get there. This situation has taught you a lot about that and has ultimately put you in this Chariot energy of moving forward. So let's look at that. Oops. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee. All right, clarify the Chariot for Libra, please, Spirit. First card here is Justice. There you are, Libra. So this is you. This Chariot energy is currently where you stand right now. But not only is that saying this is you because this is the Justice card and Justice does represent Libra, but your new alignment, the way that you are moving forward in your life now, is brought on by you balancing the scales, bringing justice into your life, serving justice for yourself by switching up your alignment here in relation to what it is that you learned in this situation. Clarify the Chariot, please, for Libra. Next, we have the Two of Wands. Clarify the Chariot, please. Wow. Wow, this really is you, Libra. You have the Justice, the Two of Wands, Strength, and the Queen of Swords, which also represents Libra. Overall energy is the Page of Swords. Okay. So, the Chariot here, how did you get into the Chariot energy? How did you get into a greater alignment with yourself throughout this situation or through the effects of this situation, Libra? Well, you had a decision to make. And that decision could not involve your ego. Because if it was involving your ego, it probably would have led you astray again somehow. But there was a strong level of discernment that you had to hold on to or that you had to embody in order to make this decision. And this Queen of Swords here, which is representative of that discernment, feels like you had to cut something out. You had to cut out, what I heard was an association. So that's also what I was feeling when I started channeling this message when the cards came out. I feel like you're separating from this public association here, this Three of Cups energy. This group, this organization, whatever. You have come to realize that this is not the right association for you. You learned, Page of Swords, that this just was not right for you. And you had to decide to remove yourself from this situation altogether, or for the most part, and change up your energy. Change up your energetic vibration. I really want to say, Libra, that it feels like this has been a massive turning point in your life where things are going to get much better from here, all because of what it is you finally learned in this situation. And what it is you learned here, I just heard is how to protect yourself or how to get what it is you want. Instead of allowing yourself to be thrown around by the whim of every other person around you, this kind of got you into alignment to say, okay, wait, what is it that I want and how do I get there? This doesn't feel selfish. This is not a selfish thing. You're still very much concerned with other people, but you needed to have more of that level of concern for yourself than just allowing yourself to be pushed around on a whim almost, okay? Now, I will say I understand that for a lot of you, this situation drew you in because you had a certain goal in mind. Okay. But ultimately, this led you to believe in yourself more or to get yourself into a more proper alignment. Okay. Let's get a closing message. Closing message, potential outcome for my Libras in this situation, please, Spirit. Closing message, potential outcome for Libra. All right. 3 of Wands. The Temperance. Okay. Closing message, potential outcome for Libra. Okay. The Hermit, the 3 of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. Overall energy is the 9 of Swords. Interesting. The 9 of Swords, but then underneath that 9 of Swords is the Queen of Cups. Libra, this situation helped you to get more in tune with, in touch with, with your feelings. I mean, this could be a situation where, I mean, like you moved to a completely new place, or you were so stuck in the energies of this situation, or this situation led you to being in a position where you just became stuck, or you had to stay in this space. But being stuck in this space provided you with a space to really go through and figure out and feel through what it was that you were feeling. I mean, like, I feel like this led you to a chapter in your life where you were finally able to confront a lot of the things that were hidden emotionally for you, Queen of Cups, that had been holding you back all along. 3 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 9 of Swords. 3 of Wands, Temperance, and the Hermit. Where do we go from here? Where am I actually going with my life? What is this? What are the fruits of my labor? What are the ships that I'm waiting for to come in? Is that even what I want anymore? 3 of Wands. These are all questions that you were asking yourself, that you were forced to ask yourself in the advent of all of this. 3 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 9 of Swords, which I feel like were long-standing energies for you. 3 of Swords, heartbreak. 5 of Wands, internal conflict because of that heartbreak. Not being able to feel like you can trust yourself. Having all kinds of differing opinions and internal conflict going on. 9 of Swords, the fear, the anxiety that it rises because of that. Not being able to make sense of what's going on within yourself internally, so then which leads you to get advice or direction from people external to you that may mean well, but don't really know what it is you're after, or what it is you want, or what it is you need. So it got you into a position where you got stuck, or you felt stuck, and that forced you to, or gave you the opportunity to, finally dig deep and figure out what's going on internally. The Hermit. And balance all of that out. Temperance. Which has now put you in that Chariot energy of being in greater alignment, and now really being able to go after what it is that you want, or to get momentum in terms of what it is you truly want, what ships you want to come in for you, what it is you want to receive in life, where it is you want to go in life. Ultimately, Libra, this is why this situation has been, I want to say, one of the best things that could have happened to you. It may have sucked. You may have dealt with a lot of self-doubt and shame because of it, because of where you found yourself as a result of making this choice to follow this group, or to play follow the leader in this way, I'll say. But ultimately, you are coming out on the other side of it much better than you were before, in a much better position than you were before, because now you get to take full control. You get to take the reins here. Okay? That's really excellent. I want to get closing oracle guidance for you, and since this was such an activating situation for you, Libra, I want to get closing oracle guidance from the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. Yes? All right, here we go. This has finally put you in touch with yourself. Yep. All right, final shuffle here for my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Here we go. Closing Oracle guidance for my Libras, please, Spirit. Damn, you can't make this stuff up, Libra. You have card number 29. This is what has been activated for you here. Healing. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wellness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. There you go. This situation may have been shitty to begin with. Okay, fine, I'll give you that one. But ultimately, it turned out to be one of the most healing experiences you have been through in your life to date, hasn't it? Go ahead and allow yourself to admit that, Libra, because it's true. All right? Excellent. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have enjoyed this reading, please, or if it resonated with you, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined and haven't done so already. And if you'd like to get a personal reading with me, I am available for that. Check the information in the description box below. Shoot me an email and let me know you're interested. I would be more than pleased to get you all hooked up there. With that said, I hope you have a fantastic month, Libra. I'm sending you so much love, and I look forward to connecting with you again for our next reading very, very soon. Yes? Excellent. Bye.